All right, folks, we're going to get started just in a minute or two. Meteorologist Shane Smith here with you on a Saturday night. Be sure to share where you are watching from. Share this out, like this, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube. I'm going to get this shared out on social media real quick. It's going to be a busy night of weather across Kentucky and across a good chunk of real estate. Let me know where you're watching from. Gonna be get this shared out on social media real quick. I know the rain has lit up in a lot of spots across the mountains, but we are not done with the worst of it just yet, my friends. We will get started here in just a minute. Katrina, thanks for joining us from down in Knox County and Barberville. Glad to have you with us. Let us know where you're joining us from. Let us know what kind of severe weather you've seen already today. The flooding has been absolutely horrendous. Brandon and Tina, we're going to get to that. There is a chance of severe weather overnight. There's also a chance of more flooding overnight for most of southern Kentucky. All right, folks, it's 9:15. Let's get going. Meteorologist Shane Smith here with you. It is Saturday, February 15th, 9:15. We are live streaming because we have a significant severe weather event undergoing right now in the form of flooding. We've talked about this for the last several days now. I've done a couple live streams already about this. The flooding has lived up to the hype. We have seen significant flooding across southern Kentucky today. We've already seen fatalities out of Clay County, major evacuations up in Breathitt County, some significant river flooding in downtown Hazard. We're already at the 9th highest crest on record in downtown Hazard. The creek's going over the road again tonight, Mom, because we've got more rain heading our way in a couple hours here in Laurel County. It's already out to the west. Joan, thanks for watching. I know they had some flooding over in Leatherwood and in southern Perry County today. I know Harlan County got especially hard hit here in eastern Kentucky. Clay County, Knox County took it on the chin. Laurel County, I can tell you I was out and about around London today and the water was up everywhere. So here's what's going on right now. Here's the current radar and the current active warnings. I have flash flood warnings highlighted in the flashing green. The steady green is regular flood warnings. The yellows are severe thunderstorm warnings down in Tennessee, and we also were tracking a few tornado warnings border southwest of Bowling towards Clarksville. So that is something that we're going to keep an eye on over the next several hours as this line of storms pushes eastward. Central Kentucky, you're getting in on the heavy rain right now, but it's not been as bad for you folks as it has been here in the south. You can see we've got strong storms approaching E-Town, Litchville, Caneyville, Lewisburg, Hopkinsville, and Oak Grove out in south central Kentucky right now. Some of those could go severe. In fact, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning over in Hopkinsville. That includes Christian and Trigg counties. That is going to go until, let's see, what's the time? 8:30 Central Time. So that's 9:30 East Coast time. That expires in 13 minutes. 60 mile per hour winds, 1 inch hail possible. Flash flood warnings continuing for several hours across southern Kentucky. We do have that tornado warning down in Tennessee near Big Sandy. That's heading up towards, and so many warnings, up towards Clarksville, Tennessee. That'll eventually make its way up towards Bowling Green. So this entire line of storms, and I'm going to put the radar into motion, is pushing off to the east, and it's a slow mover. So we're going to see a couple hours of a break here in London, Somerset, Corbin, Hazard. It's going to be well past midnight before the next round rolls in. So thankfully, we've got some more time for those water levels to go back down some. But places like Bowling Green, you're going to be under the gun again very shortly in the next hour or two. Hopkinsville, you're already seeing heavy rain again. Paducah, you've had heavy rain, more moderate rain ongoing, and this is going to continue to push eastward. So let's take a look at how this progresses through the overnight hours. I have got the HRRR model pulled up, and it's doing a decent job with the timing. It may be just a little fast, but by midnight East Coast, 11 o'clock Central Time, it's got heavy rain from Bowling Green to Louisville, right along the 65 corridor. That heavy batch in Central Kentucky moves up along the Ohio River. By 2 a.m., Lexington, that squall line is moving into your neck of the woods with heavy rain. Russell Springs, over towards Monticello. By 3 a.m., Somerset, Richmond, Moorhead, you're starting to get in on the action. London, it looks like between 3 and 4 a.m. for us. Same story in Corbin, down towards Williamsburg. West Liberty, you're going to be in that time frame. Manchester, probably between 4 and 5 a.m. in the morning. Over towards Hazard. Harlan, you're in that 4 to 5 a.m. window. Pikeville, probably sometime around 6 o'clock in the morning is when the heavy rain moves in for you. And then behind it, by 9, 10 o'clock tomorrow, that cold air funnels in. We may have brief heavy snow behind it, maybe even the potential of a little bit of thunder snow. Let's check real quick, see if the HRRR is trying to throw some lightning out there when that cold air drops in. Put it into motion real quick. Yeah, there's small chance of thunder snow tomorrow morning. Not something you see too often. But my honest to goodness concern through the overnight hours, more than anything, is the additional heavy rain. Some spots may pick up another inch or two of rain. There could be a few isolated pockets, even heavier than that. The modeling doesn't always do the best job with thunderstorms, picking up on just how heavy that rain will be. So that is something we're going to have to keep a very close eye on as we go through the overnight hours to see if that heavy rain materializes and if it drops more than just another inch or two. But even another inch or two on top of what we've already seen is going to cause issues. Let's take a look at how much we've seen across the area so far. I'm going to switch Radar Omega over to our precip tracker mode. Flip that on for you. Down around Mayfield, Kentucky, 3 to 4 inches. Hardin, Kentucky. Hopkinsville, about 2.5 to 3 inches. Over towards Russellville, 4 inches. We'll switch the radar over to Louisville. Give that just a second to load. Bowling Green, you've seen several inches of Doppler estimated rain, about 3 to 4 inches. And in fact, we've got ground truth on that. We'll show you the Kentucky Mesonet here in just a minute. Over here in Laurel County and Pulaski County, we've seen 3 to 4 inches of rain. 2 to 3 inches in most of eastern Kentucky, but that's been more than enough to cause those issues. In fact, let me switch sources real quick. We're going to go over to the Kentucky Mesonet and zoom in on their 24-hour rainfall map. And yeah, you can see we've seen several locations, 5 inches out in western Kentucky, 4 inches, around 3 inches near Bowling Green, 3 2/3 an inch near Science Hill. Whoops. So lots of rain has fallen across southern Kentucky, eastern Kentucky. Southern West Virginia's got ongoing flash flood emergencies. So it's going to take several hours for the rain to hit eastern Kentucky. It's going to be after midnight east of the I-75 corridor. So it's going to be one of those nights you want to have a weather radio on. You want to have your favorite weather app going. Make sure the cell phone's fully charged. Also, another thing, I haven't seen a ton of folks talking about it, but it is an issue that's going to happen. We've had a ton of landslides and rock slides in eastern Kentucky from the rain. That's going to cause blocked roadways. It took my dad almost 4 hours to get home tonight between Harlan and London. So that can cause issues between rock slides and flooding. Navigating the terrain in eastern Kentucky is going to be dangerous overnight and early on Sunday morning. Then we deal with the snow tomorrow. Some of the modeling, let me go ahead and pull it up because I know some folks are going to ask. Putting down a little light accumulation tomorrow, 1/2 inch to 1 inch. Couple pockets may pick up a little bit more than that on a stiff northwest wind. So you were talking the potential for a significant ice up, especially as temperatures Monday morning go down into the low 20s. Would not surprise me if we have a lot of closings and delays on Monday from all this standing water on the roads freezing. So this system is going to be a bear to deal with. I'm hoping the river is going to drop a little bit, Clarissa. Let me check the rain gauge on the river right now, the river forecast gauge. Let me see if I can pull this up and share this real quick. Give me 1 second, folks. Doing a little behind the scenes work to get this loaded up. Let me adjust that real quick so y'all can see it. Let me see how that looks. Oh, I need to move it over a little bit. Now. Okay, so having a little trouble getting that shown. But basically, just looking at the data, it is cresting probably around 7 a.m. in the morning, according to the latest forecast, and then dropping. Should crest around 29.5 feet or so in hazard. Wind is picking up again. There will be the chance of a little bit of severe weather tonight, especially the farther west you live. Bowling Green, Campbellsville, Somerset, Probably has the best shot of seeing some wind gusts 60 miles per hour, but even outside of thunderstorms, severe thunderstorms, we'll have some gusts tonight, 40 miles per hour. That could cause more issues, could cause power outages and trees to come down because the ground is so saturated. Folks, I had standing water in my yard for the first time that I've lived at this location. I've been here 8 years now, and we had standing water in our front yard today because it was raining so heavy and the ground was saturated. So that's going to be a concern for the overnight. Trees coming down, power outages, more rock slides, landslides, mudslides, blowouts. Um, it is an interesting, not a good setup. We're just taking blow after blow after blow, and this is a multifaceted storm. A lot of things to track with it, between the heavy rain, between the gusty winds, between the flooding potential, the severe weather potential. We change it over to some winter weather tomorrow, the ice up tomorrow night into Monday morning. By the way, we got another system heading our way Tuesday into Wednesday. I'll talk about that more once we're done with this first storm. And then brutal cold after that. So Mother Nature is saying, y'all ain't done with winter yet. That stupid rodent, the groundhog, was right. I don't trust my rodents to do forecasting, but even a blind squirrel, or in this case groundhog, finds a nut every now and then. But in all seriousness, be sure to be able to get flash flood warnings tonight. Do not mess around if a flash flood warning is issued in your area. Folks, there will probably be places that have never seen flooding in Kentucky see flooding tonight, just because of all the heavy rain that we've seen over the last 2 weeks. We have been absolutely inundated with rain. In fact, let me see if I can pull that map up. Don't know that I can show it on stream, but I can at least mention some of the 2-week rain totals we've had. Knox County, 7 inches in the last 2 weeks. Just under 7 inches in Jackson County. 6 inches in Breathitt County. 8 inches in Harlan County. 7.5 inches back over, I believe that is Adair County. 6 inches Warren County. Just a lot of the southern half of the state has seen around 2 months of rain in the last 2 weeks. And then we're dropping another inch or two on top of everything tonight. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up for now. We don't have any active tornado warnings in Kentucky for the time being, which is good news. We are very, very grateful for that. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning that is over for Christian County and Todd County. That goes until 9 o'clock local time. That's 10 o'clock Eastern time. Some 60 mile per hour winds possible in that storm. Russellville, be on the lookout. You've got heavy rain heading your way here in the next hour. Bowling Green, it's probably about an hour and a half out. E-Town, it's moving in on your doorstep right now. London and Corbin, it's going to be after midnight. For us, Somerset, same story. Hazard, probably going to be early tomorrow morning. I will probably have a late night update tonight if it's warranted. We'll watch it and see how things are going. But the big thing you need to do tonight, folks, is make sure you have at least 2 ways of getting warnings. If you live in a flood-prone area, have a go bag ready. Day or 2 worth of clothes at least. A little bit of non-perishable food. Your important documents. Know how to get to higher ground. That's the big thing, is flooding can come up quick, and it doesn't take a lot of water to drag you down and take you downstream if it's moving quick. So just be aware of that. And we're going to get through this. But this has been a day we're going to be talking about for a while, and we're not done with it just yet. We've got another round heading our way here in the southern part of the bluegrass. So that's going to do it for right now. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll go live again if we need to during the overnight. Have those weather radios on, have those apps fired up, batteries charged up on those cell phones, and stay safe and stay weather aware until